All right. Welcome everybody to our online Zoom sip and share. I'm so glad you joined us tonight. I'm Marla Stegman, and I've been with Plexus Products now for over 5 years. Wendy Bring has invited a few people, and some other people have been popped on too that are ambassadors, and some are just guests. So thank you for joining. To get started with Plexus, I guess most of you have probably heard of it, I'm assuming. Plexus is a health and wellness company that addresses body's core issues, which is inflammation, blood sugar stability, gut health, weight loss, pain management, and weight management, not always weight loss. I'm going to mute everybody real quick here, I guess, so there we go. So Plexus is kind of a young company. It started out about 10 years ago, and Plexus, when it started, it was actually just breast health was what it started with, a breast check kit. So self-check kit, which is pretty, my mom had breast cancer, so that's pretty dear to me. They had this in what was called a breast cream that was used for radiation burns. So that was the only product for a few years, and then Slim was the next product that came to Plexus. You're probably familiar with that. That's our signature, one of our signature drinks. And there's two different formulas. We have Slim that is extra prebiotic Slim, so it's like drinking 20 kombuchas. And we have a Slim Hunger Control. And the Hunger Control has extra polydextrose to fill you up. So if people have a lot of weight loss, we usually recommend this one. But our Slim balances blood sugar. So why does that work for so many things? You probably, I don't know if you've seen testimonies, but gut health is something that addresses most of our health issues. And I didn't know that 5 years ago. I struggled with headaches, migraines from when I was very young. I started giving myself allergy shots when I was in high school, back in the 80s, just a few years ago. I struggled with constipation. I also had fibromyalgia. I was diagnosed with in 1994. I didn't really talk about it. I just kind of ignored it, didn't go on medication, tried to work out a lot, and just, but I had the burning on the skin all the time. I got mono in high school. From there, I got strep throat a lot and sinus infections a lot. I also had IBS issues along with the constipation, which was always a struggle because sometimes it'd be the opposite of constipation. And then I also had acid reflux issues, was diagnosed with the beginning stages of hiatal hernia when I was, oh gosh, I don't know how old I was. It was like 89, I think it was. So I was always taking Pepcid or whatever. I was always low on iron, so I was always tired. I had a lot of sugar cravings. As I got older, I had a lot of aches and pains. I am 56 years old now, and I can say I don't have any of these issues anymore. I really thought it was just part of getting older. And so when I saw somebody, a gal I went to college with, good old Mayville State, posting about Plexus, I was intrigued because she had been through cancer treatment and been through radiation and chemo and was on quite a few medications. Last I talked to her, and gained some weight, like 25 pounds. And when she started posting on social media, good old Facebook, she had lost all her weight and she was off most of her medications. So that intrigued me. But I was skeptical, and I watched for 5 months. I thought, how can it help with X, Y, and Z, or A, B, C to Z? You know, I kind of was laughing about it. Like, there's no way this can work for everything. But I didn't know what a probiotic was. I didn't know what gut dysbiosis was. And so I just kept watching and finally decided to try it. And I said, there's no way I'll share. And I just wanted to try it 60 days and then lose my weight. I wanted to lose like 10 pounds and then get my money back. That was my goal. I had no clue that it would solve all my issues that have been plaguing me. And I, didn't really talk about it much, but those that were close to me knew how many ibuprofens I popped a day. And so having all that in the past, I look back and realize how awful I felt. Now when you wake up like without an alarm and you feel like you're awake, and not on any medications and not on anything else other than our supplements. So we have consciously clean skincare. We have holistic, all of our products are holistic, so they're clean and pure. And our number one combo is something 99% of the people on are in my downline pretty much that start with is the Triplex Combo, which is 3 products, our pink drink and the ProBio 5 and the magnesium supplement. So here we go. So the ProBio 5 is something that addresses our gut imbalance. When we have too much processed sugar, too many refined carbs, we're on antibiotics too long, or antibiotics once even, one round of antibiotics can deplete your good gut bacteria up to a year. So when that happens, we have an imbalance and our microflora is not going to be produced like it should. So our neurotransmitters are also affected, which, you know, in your gut is where serotonin is created. And if you have gut imbalance, it can't make the serotonin. Serotonin makes the melatonin. So how many people do you know of that have issues with anxiety, depression, can't sleep, those kind of things? So it all kind of goes together. The Triplex has ingredients that synergistically really work well to address the root cause. If you get to the root cause of our issues, you're not going to have the symptoms. Cellular inflammation is something I'd never heard of, although I was dealing with it. My body was telling me I had lots of it. And addressing cellular inflammation really, it starts with blood sugar stability. And that's what our pink drink does with the chromium in there. When you balance your blood sugar, that means you're not going to have the highs and lows. You're not going to have hormonal imbalance, and then your insulin is also not going to be affected. So when your blood sugar is balanced, your body is balanced. So many people think in the pink drink that there's a lot of caffeine, but there is only like equivalent to 1 cup of decaf in it. But it's just because your blood sugar is balanced that you feel like you have energy all day. I have not taken naps maybe I've had 1 to 2 naps in 5 years. And I used to nap, like plan my naps on the weekends. I don't know if anyone does that still, but I just don't nap. And I don't feel like I need to nap ever. And that's just really a blessing, because we should feel rested and we should feel alive all the time. So I just love that I can feel that every day. So the ProBio 5, like I said, is a probiotic that I think it's the best on the market. It has 5 probiotic strains, and that helps, you know, feed your good gut bacteria. But if you have poor gut bacteria, you have to get rid of the bad before you can plant the good. I know of a lot of people that take a very expensive probiotic but don't see the difference. And one of the reasons is because they're not getting rid of the bad. So the digestive enzymes in here and the antifungal help destroy the candida, the fungus that really inhibits the good bacteria from really flourishing in our gut. So without this, you really can't weed your garden. If you think of your gut as a garden, you have to weed it before you can seed it. So this helps weed it out, but also plants a few strains. Then we have magnesium. Our magnesium is a little different. Raise your hand if you've been on a magnesium supplement before, Plexus, or before if you're not on Plexus. Anyone? I wasn't. No one had ever told me that magnesium might be the issue. But if we have an imbalanced gut, we probably are low on magnesium also. Magnesium and chromium, which chromium's in here, is something that we should get from our foods. And or the chromium is something we should get from our foods. It's a trace mineral. And our foods, as we know, don't have the nutritional value that they used to. So a lot of people are chromium deficient, magnesium deficient. It takes 54 molecules of magnesium to process 1 gram of sugar. So if you think about that, you know, I was probably consuming 100 grams of sugar a day before I realized how much I was a sugar addict. Now I can say I don't crave sugar at all. Like you know, those like suckers, those caramel apple suckers, licorice, Skittles. I was always munching on that kind of stuff and didn't really think about it. And now it's just, I don't crave it. And it's because my body's balanced and I crave healthy food. It's kind of crazy. So our BioCleanse, though, has magnesium that's oxygenated. And why do we want oxygenated magnesium? It's so that our blood is oxygenated. So when we are less acidic, disease doesn't like to thrive in our body. So we want an oxygenated magnesium for that reason. It's responsible for over 300 bodily functions in our body, magnesium, if we're magnesium deficient. So that can throw off a lot. It's good for heart health, brain health, restless legs, lots of things if you research it. So the Triplex, like I said, is our #1 selling holistic system. And right now we have a great sale going on. If you purchase the Triplex as a wholesale ambassador, you can get it for $89, which is really cheap, cheaper than I can get it. So that's quite a steal. Another probiotic that we have is Vital Biome, and this is something that helps with depression, mood, anxiety, and IBS and lactose intolerance. So there's a lot of people that, I don't think I know of anyone that started this that I've worked with that stop. So it really does help with your mood. It helps. There's 8 strains in here, so great probiotic. We also have vitamins that are methylated. Methylated vitamins are so important to be bioavailable. And what that means is it's able to absorb into our bloodstream better and get into our mitochondria. So I had tried a lot of other vitamins and they either went right through me or I felt sick and then I'd throw them in the garbage. Raise your hand if you've been there. Yes, right? You just couldn't feel a difference, and ours are amazing. So we have 2 different kinds, and if you're interested in trying these products, we'll set up a 3-way chat with who invited you and just kind of educate you a little bit more and find out your health goals and see what you want to try, if you want to try them. And so I'm not going to go totally into detail about everything, but because we want to honor your time. I said 30 minutes. So we also have products that help enhance our weight loss. Also, we have Block and Balance. These help block your sugars and carbs, at 48% of your sugars and carbs. And type 1, type 2 diabetics like to use these too. I use these when I'm going to be having my cheat meal, maybe take 2 before, so that so I don't take them every day, but I really rely on those. Metaburn is a thermogenic that helps give you energy, but without the shakes. It's healthy ingredients for energy and mental clarity and metabolism boosting. So you burn about 150 calories more a day with the ingredients in here, and they're all plant-based. And adaptogenic herbs, which helps with your adrenal fatigue and thyroid support. Ease is something that's one of our loves too. This is a product that helps with inflammation control also. So this is like our ibuprofen now. We don't take ibuprofen at all. We take 2 of these kind of preventive. So there's 4 ingredients in here that help with your inflammation. The holistic skin care I'm in love with. We have an AM and a PM serum. This is amazing because it replaced 5 steps that I used to do. All you have to do is cleanse your face with a different cleanser. I use just the magic cloth, magic eraser, what's it called? The makeup cloth, whatever it is, or Norwex has a cloth. And then I use like a Jacoby oil. And then I just put 2 pumps of this on and dab it on my face and neck for morning, and then evening is the serum. There's 11 active ingredients in here. And in the US, the FDA allows a lot of ingredients on our skin. And this is European approved. So it's taken out over 1,300 ingredients that the US actually allows. So being European approved catches people's eye also. Our collagen, how many here have tried a collagen before? I had tried collagen before and did not see a difference. This collagen, oh my gosh. It's types 1 and 3, and there's 16 different types of collagen. Ours is bovine and marine both, which is good to have both, I found out. There's ceramides in here, and there's biotin as well. And the ingredients are bioavailable here too. And how they're made is they almost act like a scaffolding under your skin, if that makes sense. I've noticed it also in my joints. People have noticed it in their cellulite. I did not take pictures of before cellulite and now, so I don't know, but there are pictures of that also. But I mix it in with my Slim and my Active, which I haven't talked about that yet. Some people put it in their shake, and some people like it in their coffee, so it can be either way. It is a tiny scoop. I get a lot of people that message me, where is the scoop? You guys, look how little this scoop is. But the reason you don't need a lot is because it's so fine and bioavailable. So it's like a flour consistency. It's really fine powder. The Active drink is amazing. Now, this is an energy drink, and I never took an energy drink before. I think one time in my life I drank like a equivalent to a Red Bull when I had to drive and I was so tired, like this many, many years ago. And I remember just feeling my heart racing, and I thought, oh gosh, I knew my son was drinking a lot, you know, sneak him. And I knew it wasn't good for him. But anyway, when Plexus came out with an energy drink, I was like, what? But after researching the ingredients, you guys, I know why they came out with an energy drink, because so many people are on energy drinks that don't think twice about it. And this is a healthy energy drink. So if you know of somebody that drinks energy drinks, this is actually cheaper when you figure out the prices of Monster and all those other ones out there. This has an S7 blend that's a lot of different fruits and vegetables. It has turmeric in here, which helps with inflammation. It also has yerba mate, which is a natural caffeine, and then it's sweetened with stevia and powdered honey, and what's the other one? Monk fruit. So I actually mix a half a stick of this with my microbiome activating Slim and my collagen, and I love it. Some people do a whole stick with this, or some do it like it's separate, but I like a half a stick. So one of these lasts 2 days for me. And I just, yeah, really like that combination. So I'm not sure how you guys, if you have questions, but I'm honoring your time here. This is pretty good. I'm cruising along. We have a lot of different combinations in our packages. Like you can get the Biome with the collagen for $89. And that's quite a steal. Like I was spending over $300 a month on the other skincare I used to be on. So that's one of the packages. The Triplex, like I said, is $79. So when we get three-way chats, we can actually customize then if that's something you want to do. Does anyone here want to share what Plexus has done for them with others? That's my favorite part of Plexus, is hearing the testimonies. I didn't plan on that, but I'm ahead of time, so.
I can go. I had been, I'm a friend of Nicole's, and I had been utilizing some of these more when I was in grad school, and I kind of fell off. So it's great that Nicole invited me back, because it's been on my mind the last week or two. And I just remember when I was in grad school, I had so much more mental clarity later into the evening when I needed to be doing all my studying. And at that point, I believe I was doing the pink drink and, oh, I'm at a loss. The two that are typically sold together, I think it was, go ahead.
Not the Active with it?
No.
Okay, the Metaburn in the pink drink?
No, I think it was the
Probiotic and the Bio Cleanse, the Triplex.
Yes, yes, that's it.
Okay.
And yeah. I just remember being able to be so much more productive later into the evening. Prior to that, I was pretty consistently in bed by about 10, and suddenly it would be 11, 11:30, and I was still just alert and mentally able to carry on with studying. Yeah. And I get back there, so that's why I'm here.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I wish I would have had it when I was going through grad school too. I wasn't on Plexus then, but the mental clarity is huge. People say brain fog is gone. I'm not a mean mom anymore. All these things and it almost sounds too good to be true, but also when you stay at it consistently and long term, your immune system just becomes stronger. You know, we can rejuvenate our cells every 90 days, depending on what we eat and drink. And if you're improving your gut health along with the lifestyle changes, it's amazing how you can transform into really a different health being. I have people that, you know, aren't having allergy symptoms. And, you know, it's just amazing what improving your gut health can do for you. Drinking your water is important along with these products, and we guide you on that too. But does anyone else want to share what products have done for them?
I have a question, Marla.
Yes.
Is there one of the slims more, are you, how should I say that? Suggest to for type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetics? Is there one slim that's better or not?
No, I don't think so. I think it depends on the person. I would just try one, and if it doesn't seem to go well, try the other. My mom's been on both for type 2 diabetes. She likes the taste of one other than the other one, but we really didn't notice a difference. You know, the extra fiber in the type 1 for type 1 could, you know, affect the numbers more. But I haven't worked with anybody that has really made a big difference. I don't know if anyone else has worked with anyone. I think Alicia would be a good one to ask that too, because she's her daughter, you know, is type 1, and I think they end up working with quite a few type 1. But the biggest thing is to try. If weight loss is a goal, I would do hunger control for them, you know, more than the microbiome. But they need the microbiome too eventually. So,
okay.
Anyone else? No?
Well, I'm going to say something real quick.
Yes.
Because we have another Zoom call at 8:30, but I started Plexus in 2013. I'm the oldest Jewel. I'm 72, fixing to be 73.
You're a sapphire.
I know. Working back up.
Yeah.
Working back better. 6 years ago, my husband, I called his family in because he was dying. And he had COPD. And because of the COPD, he got where he couldn't work, and he got heavy and depressed and everything. And I literally called his brother and sister in to tell him bye. I really did. And I'm not saying Plexus did it. I can't say that, and I won't say it. But he had 18% of his lungs. He now goes and blows. He is unbelievable outside working. He lost 60 pounds. His lungs are probably better than mine. And I swear, not in front of Tarl and Alec, because we can't say this, but I think Ruth Ann's got a picture of him there. But I swear that if he hadn't been on Plexus, I would have lost him.
Wow.
So if you know anyone that's suffering like that, the X Factor helps with oxygenating the blood. The BioCleanse oxygenates the blood. And because of the aloe and the vitamin, I truly believe that it got into his lungs, because aloe wants to heal. Grandma always put aloe on her hands or wherever we cut ourselves or something. And I truly believe that aloe looks for whatever is in your body that's not right, and it attacks it. And I believe with all my heart that that's what happened to him, because I'm telling you, I can't keep up with him. Well, I don't want to. But if it hadn't been for Plexus products, my husband would be dead today.
Wow.
I believe that with all my heart.
Yeah.
And I'm on everything except Synthroid, and that's because I don't have a thyroid. So,
what were you on before?
Blood pressure, acid reflux, IBS. Oh my gosh, I had to carry clothes in my car, because if I said you better pull over, he knew you better pull over. But it was terrible. It was horrendous. And I don't have that anymore. It's just crazy. This product is amazing. And I'm aging backwards. Thank you very much. I look at my old classmates and I think, oh God, you look terrible. You really need plexus. You really need
Well,
plexus.
That's
anyway.
so true. I ran across a picture of me and my sister 20 years ago, and I posted it. I don't know if you guys saw it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was
It's amazing.
inflamed, just huge. I
Yeah.
couldn't, and yeah, these products address core issues, and disease starts with the core issues that plexus addresses, the root cause. If you don't get to the root cause, symptoms arise. Symptoms turn into disease, and yeah.
And you would be surprised how many children out there can't poop.
Oh, I know.
Mind-boggling.
And
And that is a center of disease too. And
it is.
I have so many kids that are on the probiotics, the vitamins, that are off their ADHD medicine, but it didn't do it. I can't say it did it. But my grandson is Asperger's, and we put him on that probiotic, and it was like night and day.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I have a gal, she's not on. This friend of hers, son, got on the Probio 5 alone, and within 2 weeks at school, the principal called and said, what did you do to him? He is just like a model child right now. And the mom came to her at work at the bank and delivered flowers and crying, like, thank you. Yeah, just it's crazy what.
And the the brain went dead. I'm thinking about my other meeting, but
I forgot to talk about Omega X.
Not Mega X. Yes, the Mega X. That is huge
Another one.
for kids too with ADH.
For behavior, yes.
Yeah.
And also healing your gut lining. People that have colitis, Crohn's, that's inflammation and holes, that's leaky gut, advanced leaky gut. And you have to heal the gut lining, and you can, but you have to start slow on the products. But Mega X is great, natural omega, without the fishy burps from the ahi flower. But yeah, for behavioral, heart health, brain health, we have products, only 20 some products, but they address the core issues, and less is more to start with. And we have so many testimonies that, unless you live under a rock, you maybe haven't seen them, but raise your hand if plexus has changed your life. Those of you that are on it, right? Like, we are lifers, right? And I don't know if you notice, our company is just in momentum right now. I think a lot of people are paying attention to science rather than advertising and commercials and what's popular or what's been popular, because this hasn't been popular. Unfortunately, you have to be courageous to want to post about these things, because it's not really accepted in the norm. But it is starting to be, which is great because of our advocacy. And yeah, so it's just a great business. I did not plan on a business. Darlene, did you plan on a business when you started?
No, there's no way I was going to do this.
Yeah, me neither.
Ridiculous. I just wanted to make enough to pay for the products, because both of us would be on it. And it's like God said, well, let me just show you something.
Yes, God had another plan for me too. Yeah.
But I couldn't keep my mouth shut. And if you don't know me, Ruth Ann does and Louise does, I can't, and once I found out what it'd do for you, I saw people standing in front of the candy deal at the grocery store, and I talked to them. It's amazing what this product will do for you. And the thing that I encourage you to, and then I've got to go, is that what if somebody hadn't told me about plexus? What if, Connie, you were my best friend and you didn't tell me about plexus? My husband would be dead today. So whenever you tell people about plexus and they say no, that's fine. You've planted the seed, because what if you save someone's life tomorrow just because you said plexus? So remember that. Don't worry about the no's. Don't worry about the no's, because you're going to get no's. I had salespeople and I told them, you got to get 20 no's before you get a yes. But that yes may be the one you save their lives. So, okay, sweet people. Marla, thank you so much for letting me come on, and I've got to run. So
thanks, Darlene.
Thank you.
Yep, bye. Yeah, and I was such a skeptic, because I'm like, there's no way all this can be true. And I think those of you that know me, I would not be sticking with this if it wasn't true. And all of us probably feel the same, you know. Raise your hand if you didn't think you were going to share Plexus with anybody when you started. There's quite a few ambassadors on, like Connie, Leah, right? And when it changes your health in such a way, you start telling people. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey, and I hope that you give it a try it 60 days and work consistently with your person that invited you, and just see if it doesn't work, get your money back. That was my plan. So, and Wendy, do you want to share what it's done for you a little bit or not? Oh, I got something flying in front of me.
Yeah, it's changed with my allergies a lot. It's helped me maintain my weight. Hopefully I lose more, but I guess I got to work at that, exercise. But I do have more energy most days. I still have a little brain fog, but that's just me, I think. I don't know. I mean, but.
Do you ever think, what if you wouldn't have tried it though, how you would be feeling?
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. And with my diabetes too, I believe it has helped a lot with that.
Yep.
My numbers have stayed down, so really, as I talked to you earlier, I'm thinking that I could be off my metformin because they really have been fine.
Yep.
So.
It's something to talk to your doctor about, right?
Correct, yes. And I haven't been on blood pressure medication. I'm on cholesterol because of the diabetes, so they say, but my cholesterol numbers are good. Just something that they put you on, so I want to get off this because I don't need it.
Yeah.
My opinion, but something I have to take up with my doctor, so.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely advocate for yourself, that's for sure. So, but yeah, thank you all for hopping on. Do we, if you invited somebody here and they're on, if you would just start a three-way chat if it's something they're interested in, and we can talk about health goals and see what would best fit your needs, and go from there. I think I know everybody on here. Hi, Karen. Andrea's on. I don't know Galaxy S9 if you're not going to disclose yourself. Oh, Mariki's on too. Okay. There you are. Hi. So yeah, I hope that I'll see if there's something in the chat here. Ruth, yeah. Ruth said Ruth Ann was on. She said Plexus has changed her life too. So that's all I wanted to honor your time. We went over a little bit. So unless you have questions, we'll just sign off and we'll meet you in the three-way chat. Okay? Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Marla.
Yep.